Hello folks, today is Friday, November 11th, 2016. As always, my name is Jake Baldino, and we gotta talk about some video game stuff that happened this week, among many other things happening this week. First things first, the PlayStation 4 Pro is now officially a thing. It's in people's hands, and there's a lot of mixed opinions out there about it. Not even really just opinion, but actual raw data. We've got a lot of comparisons from a lot of different places that do a great job comparing something that is very hard to really notice on a regular computer screen. My favorite comparison is the one you can see right here. This is Final Fantasy 15 demo, and while the difference isn't that noticeable, there is a difference. I think it's a really good example though of showing how hard of a time Sony is going to have and has been having really justifying the idea and existence of a PlayStation 4 Pro. But since we are talking about comparisons, we have to talk about Digital Foundry's findings. Because according to them and some other folks, it actually seems like the PlayStation 4 can underperform in certain situations, and in certain situations, it seems like you should just stick with the regular PlayStation 4. The real culprit so far has been games like The Last of Us and Skyrim, where if you don't have a 4K TV, the PlayStation 4 Pro will still beef that game up and then downscale it with super sampling. However, that up-rendering and then that downscaling does lead to an impact in performance and some dropped frames here and there. So in Digital Foundry's findings of holding up different versions of games performing, it seems like sometimes in certain situations the PlayStation 4 Pro actually has a little bit of a lower frame rate, and that's a damn shame. What I really chalk this up to right now is developers figuring out exactly how to utilize this thing. I also think it's going to come down to choice too. Certain games like Rise of the Tomb Raider give you 3 different selectable modes and choose how you want to use the game to your advantage. But if you own a PlayStation 4 Pro and just a 1080p TV, which is completely fine, if the game doesn't give you a choice to turn off the super sampling thing that actually impacts performance, that's kind of a drag. So ultimately what this seems to be, no, the PS4 Pro isn't a failure yet. It's early adopter stuff. It's that crap you got to deal with. They're still figuring some things out about it. I think it is worth saying that I have been playing with one for a while, and while I'm not overly impressed, we will have a before you buy out probably tomorrow, the day after this video, so keep your eyes peeled if you want to hear what I got to say. Speaking of not PlayStation, though, we caught the tail end of the BlizzCon announcements last Friday's show. One thing I do want to mention is that they announced that they are remaking the original Diablo in Diablo 3, which is really cool and very interesting because that game has a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people, but also it's a very different type of game. If you hold up Diablo 1 and Diablo 3 gameplay-wise, they are very different, so I'm very, very interested to see how they're going to do this. Also, there's going to be the Necromancer in Diablo 3, so that's plenty of reasons to jump back in, at least for me. And speaking of Blizzard games, you know, on the show, sometimes we like to just bring up stupid shit that goes on in video games. So check this out. The voice actor for Lucio ran around BlizzCon, found the other voice actors for all the Overwatch characters, and just did a bunch of dumb shit. N7 Day was also a thing, and we got a trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda, and it's an exciting, highly cinematic trailer, but I gotta say, guys, I'm not in. I'm not signed up yet. I need to see more. Is that just me? I feel like a total dick saying that.
No, but guess what? You're in luck. They'll be revealing gameplay at the Game Awards next month.
All right, tune in to Jeff Keighley's Video Game Awards to see more gameplay, I guess. Hopefully it's good. I don't know. I'm still excited for it. I really love Mass Effect, but it's hard for me to really jump on the hype train until I really know what even the game really is, and the trailer still just really didn't tell me a lot. I like going into some things being surprised, but I need a little more, guys. Also, I really hope I can play as an alien. Probably the greatest news this week, and I'm talking all news, not just video game news, is the fact that Skate 3 is now backwards compatible on Xbox One! Oh my fucking god!
What the fuck was that?
What was what?
I had my headphones on, all I heard.
Did you know that Skate 3 is now backwards compatible?
Yeah, I told you.
Get out of here. Stop. Okay, like, we're all excited about Skate 3. Xbox finally listened. That's awesome. EA finally listened. But where's the backwards compatibility for all the Tony Hawk games, huh? If you're a Pokemon fan and you're actively anticipating Sun and Moon releasing very soon, there was a massive, massive leak over the course of last week that dumped almost all of the information of the game just right onto the internet. There's everything from new Pokedex entries, which you can read onto, and some of them are really, really funny. There's also all the information about the evolution stages of the new Pokemon and all the move types of the starter Pokemon, all the in-game dialogue and the story. Basically, almost everything is out there. So if you want to do that, if you want to delve into that, go right ahead. We linked it down below. Honestly, for me, I'm not really getting too excited about like the story and the evolution types of the Pokemon, like, because I'm just into it for the gameplay. Is that gameplay really good? That's all I care about. But we don't have to wait much longer. That's good. But something that we might have to wait a while for is the Nintendo Classic thing. What is that fucking thing called?
The NES Classic.
The NES Classic. The NES Classic Mini has been selling out everywhere. It's going live to buy on Amazon today. It's going to sell out instantly. This morning, stores have been selling out like crazy. Apparently, stores only get a limited stock, which I'm finally calling bullshit on Nintendo for their limited stock thing. They do it on purpose just to, generate hype for their products, because this stupid little thing, come on, you can manufacture plenty of those. And also the fact that people are lining up at 5 a.m. waiting online in front of a Target or a Walmart for these freaking things, this $60 console. It's almost like there's never been a way to play classic video games before until now. Also, they're going for hundreds and hundreds and probably gonna top thousands and thousands of dollars on eBay, which is insane. I'd also like to see if anyone's actually gonna buy that, because it's a $60 thing. I don't think anybody's gonna go for that, but there's probably gonna be at least one stupid person that will. And then they'll bring it home and realize that they played all these games 25 years ago. Also, in some VR news, please humor me for a minute, because I still like to talk about this stuff, but this is an interesting innovation for the future of VR if you are even kind of paying attention. The HTC VIVE can now be wireless. HTC announced this new product that they've developed in conjunction with a third party. It's called the TP-Cast. It attaches to the headset of the HTC VIVE, and it makes it completely wireless. I think this is really awesome, but I also really need to see this in action, because even if the connectivity is slightly less than perfect, it'll screw up the VR experience and make you sick and throw up and want to die. It's going to be available for pre-order at $220, which is a ton already when you spent so much money on a PC and a Vive. But at least in the future of VR and making things easier, I think this is a good step. Am I going to buy it? No. Also, can we talk about the new mode they added to Grand Theft Auto Online? It's called Deadline, and it's basically Tron light cycles racing. It's look at this. I don't mean to freak out, but I'm just a big Tron fan, but this mode is basically straight up Tron with Tron bikes, and that's freaking sweet. I am still consistently impressed with how much Grand Theft Auto Online has been giving people. I don't really jump into it as much as I would like, but the fact that they're still making really cool shit for this game that is now a few years old is really nice. Some of it is kind of becoming a money grub thing at this point, but creative stuff like this, I'm all about. So guys, that's some of the best video game stuff that happened this week. I hope you don't mind. I gotta cut this short, run and work on the PlayStation 4 Pro before we buy, if you don't mind. But one last thing we have to do is the console giveaway we do every single week. You guys know the deal. There is a link below. You click it, you enter and sign up, and then you're entered once and you're entered forever. Then every single week I go in and randomly choose one winner to win a free console of their choice. And I am happy to say that yes, if you do win and you do want a PlayStation 4, you're getting a PS4 Pro, suckers. A lot of people have been asking me about that, and I'm happy that we can hook you guys up like that, because you guys hook us up just by watching. But anyway, this week's winner is going to be this person right here. I'll be getting in touch with you and sending you the console that you want to win. But now, of course, we got to talk about all the stuff that happened this week. First things first, the PlayStation 4 Pro. How do you feel about these comparisons? I think it just needs some work on the development side, and then it'll be a nice little console upgrade, but that's just me. Also, Mass Effect Andromeda. Are you as jammed up as I am? I need more. I need to see more of this game, but some people, I can tell, are already really, really excited, and I want to get on that train. How are you feeling? Did you get your hands on a mini NES? Let me know what you think of it if you did, and if you waited online this morning and missed out, I definitely want to hear your story. Also, you're a loser. You're not, I'm just kidding. If you want to talk about any video game stuff with me, I will be on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. You guys know where to find me. But you guys know the deal. Clicking the like button helps us out a ton. We appreciate it so much for you guys coming around every single week. And if you're new, subscribing is a good idea, because we put out videos like this every single day. But you guys know the deal. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Pizza's on me.
Solid Snake here. Today we're gonna play Metal Gear Solid MGS. What is the key word? Silence and stealth. Stealth. And of course, you know where we're gonna play it. We're gonna play it on Steam.